friends, it's Marcia. I've got something special for you today. Every Friday, over on my Patreon page, I release a full bonus episode just for our members. But today, I wanted to share one of those bonus episodes right here on YouTube so you can experience what we do together on Fridays at Patreon. When you join me there, here's what you get. Ad-free access to every episode 1 week early. The insight letter from me to you every Wednesday. A full bonus episode every Friday. It's a space where we go deeper with our guests, encourage you weekly, and share tools to help you live the life you were created for. So enjoy today's bonus drop. And if you'd like to get a full bonus episode every week, come join me at patreon.com/insightswithmarcia. I can't wait to see you there. Welcome back to Insights with Marcia. We are so fortunate, or I should say you are so fortunate if you tuned in today, because you get to spend some more time in our cozy living room with Diane Geracie, the co-creator of Barney and Veggie Tales and Bob the Builder, Wishbone, Wiggles. I mean, that's one bright lady sitting over there, y'all. Yes. But Diane and we're going to talk about us today, give you some stories about our life and how we came to be doing what we're doing. And we talked about it. I think our theme for today is, if we can do it, anybody can do it. If we could do it, you can do it. And the reason for that is Diane and I got talking one day and we realized we both grew up with dyslexia. And one in 5 people are dyslexic. So I was going to say, and if you have it or you know about it, you may not know if you have it, because 40 million Americans have dyslexia and only 2 million of those really understand what's going on. But it's 1 in 5 people. So our childhoods were really different. I could get started, but you tell us a little, let's tell everybody a little bit about yours. I'll tell them about mine.
Yes.
It's like, but it prepared us. Keep that in mind. It prepared us for life. So,
yeah.
How did yours
And
start?
I didn't know I had a problem, or I thought everybody was what I am, whatever, in learning. But learning was very challenging. And I was left-handed. They didn't like that. And then, so they were trying to train me to be right-handed. And then they put me in a gym early in the morning. This is 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, where
You had to do it for 4 years?
I did it a number of
I only
years.
had to do it one summer.
Oh,
Okay.
So I go in advance and crawled on the gym floor for an hour until school started to see if I could change and connect.
That was for your left-handedness.
That was for...
Oh, because they made me do that for dyslexia. And I'd be crawling thinking, I don't know what this is about, but I don't think this is very good. I mean, I was 2nd grader going, this is stupid,
Yeah, this is what they thought would help us.
Yes.
They thought that this would help us. But anyway, it was always challenging going through school. Learning was a little hard. Retention was challenging. And just anyway, every test, I would be nervous about taking a test. So going to school was not easy, and I really didn't like it too much.
No, I didn't either. Yeah.
It was very hard. Reading was hard. Reading was very hard, and I would have to reread and reread and see if I got it. So anyway, it was always so challenging.
Yeah.
And some people would be so easy, and they would hardly study, and I would study hours.
Yes.
To see if I could nail it, and I'd be so happy with a C.
Me too.
With a C, I'd be so happy because I got some of it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah, my brother was 2 years older, and my mother said, you came along, and I'm like, Justin just picked up a reader, and Jane saw the dog, and, Bill saw the bear, and I'd look at a word. It was like looking at Greek
Yes.
And truly, our brains, as a dyslexic, just see squiggle lines. We don't, or when we were kids, they didn't realize that. Now kids learn phonetically, like sound out a word, but we were not taught that way. And I can remember they'd put us in a little circle in first grade. We'd move our chairs in a circle and everybody would read a sentence or two. And I would just look at it and go,
Oh,
I would just start guessing words. And, I can remember this girl, Blair. I'd come home from school and I go, Blair can read and I can't. And I know I'm smarter than Blair. And that's when
yes.
it tipped Mom off, like around second grade. They checked me and they go, this kid can't even read. So I, like you, ended up repeating. It got me so far behind, I repeated fourth grade.
Yes.
It got you in what grade?
Repeated third grade.
Third grade. Oh,
My
okay.
brother, second grade. Yes.
So what we want you guys to think about is you're sitting in a classroom and you're going, I know I'm smarter than that kid. What's the matter with me?
Yeah.
You're repeating a grade. All your friends are going to the next grade. And there was only 2 classes of every grade in my school. So it was
Same.
quite,
Same.
it was so obvious.
Very obvious. You can't hide.
Yeah.
You can't
And I had a
hide.
twin brother and it's like, well, he went ahead and the other twin's over here. Yeah. So I feel like it was very tough.
Yeah.
Very tough. And I remember even through high school not making the greatest of grades, but I'd study and study and study. Now, I did do magna cum laude by the time I got there. I'd figured it out, but still, it was a big, big hit on our self-esteem.
Big hit on the self-esteem.
Yeah.
And then, so that got a hit. But then what also really helped me from my perspective was giving me perseverance and strength, and I could do it. The ability to work beyond normal and just, I'm going to do it. And so it gave me strength as well. It's kind of a double-edged sword.
It was like an extra gift.
Yes, which totally would lead into the aspect of why both of us are successful in business.
Yes.
Why did that happen when we have dyslexia?
Right. Right. Because from the first grade, we learned we had to try harder.
Yes.
I remember my husband came to my campus once and on a Friday and I went to his campus of A&M. Woo, Gigamaggies. And he was like, oh, I forgot I have a test. And he studied for 30 minutes and aced it. I would start 2 weeks before the test.
Yes.
Studying and studying. So we always knew we had to do more.
Yes.
And as entrepreneurs, my brother has a saying, he goes, we only have to work half days. Only a half a day. We get to choose what 12 hours that is.
Yes.
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 So that's the one good thing it did for us, was we had to persevere.
And look at it, and you planned more.
Yes.
2 weeks. So maybe it took planning.
Yes, because you were definitely, you were like the administrative person for all of Barney.
Yeah.
And everything from being in a Macy's Day Parade to visiting hospitals to making Barney stuffed animals. That was huge administrative.
Being able to juggle and work with teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. I got to meet a Navy SEAL named Drew, and he talked about Hell Week. And Hell Week is after all the training. Here's the worst part. He said for 5 days out of the 7, we were never dry. We were in water or wet. And I'm like, as a Southerner who likes our hair just right, that sounds awful. And carrying canoes on their head, he said, I had raw spots on me from all the different things I had to do. And it's like all these issues we had in life, because I had cystic acne as a kid. We didn't have Accutane and all. I always had the frizzy curly hair that if I walked outside in humid Louisiana, it went poof, and one of my best friends was Miss Louisiana teenager. So my best friend, I'd just be like, oh, you look gorgeous. Dang it, I wish I could, But we're always trying harder. But anyhow, I realized that a lot of our life was our Hell Week. He did Hell Week, and an athlete does all their training. So when they're out there, so he can go rescue somebody. He can go underwater for 4 minutes and go rescue somebody because of all the training. So all that was really our Hell Week.
Yeah.
And it helped me come to okay, I'm not going to regret all the hard time and be like, "Oh, poor pitiful me." It was our Hell Week.
Right. It was our training.
It was our training.
We've had a lifetime of training of how how to do it with a little more challenge in our life. We were
Yes.
given so many more challenges
Yes.
because of that in our life. And will it
Yes.
help us in life? I mean, well, and for you and I, it really was an advantage after
Definitely.
all in
Yes.
our lives.
Yes.
But I
Yeah.
could see how it could go a different way in other people's lives because it is so significant.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
so significant.
Yeah. And so, one of the other things I like to talk about on my podcast is you have a purpose, you have a destiny. In fact, God made every single one of us to do something that nobody else can do but you. And how do you know what that is? And to me, the best way to know what that is what are you passionate about? You know, for me, it was Naturally Slim. I came home from college. I came back rather plump. I'd been plump in my early years, came back rather plump, and I was like, I have lost weight and I've eaten regular foods, and I don't think about food all the time. I used to think about it all the time. So I was always passionate about it. But you and I have also talked about there's different seasons in life. You know, I had a season of raising children, I had a season of being a nurse, then I became a nurse practitioner. And so if you want to know like what it is you're supposed to really do, what are you passionate about? And then you start developing that pathway. And one way you know it's right is like with Barney, all the right things started coming to you, all the right people, and Naturally Slim, all the right people, all the right everything. What kind of, so where did you all of a sudden feel your mojo passion? Well, I know it was a passion to develop Barney so you could do your hair.
Yeah.
But what other things about your passion do
Yeah.
you think about?
Yeah. Well, you feel good about spending time on it.
There you go.
You
You
feel
wanna
like,
go to work in the morning.
yes, you want to go to work in the morning. You feel like this was meant for you. You are ready for this. Only you could like do this. How important you are to getting this done, to
Mhm.
fulfilling this.
Mhm.
With Barney, it was like every single person there was needed.
Yeah.
Everyone. There
Yeah.
wasn't everyone had a gift that brought that gift to making that happen.
Yeah.
It's everyone. And then what the magic of Barney was that we all did come together for the greater good of creating this character. And we all saw this passion and we were all in on it together, knowing that is the case. And so you're going to get hit with negativity, roadblocks, challenges. Life throws everything at you, right?
Right.
But if you have that within your soul, within your confidence that you are meant to be doing what you're doing, you're going to jump those hoops.
Totally.
You're going to make it past all the challenges that are coming your way because they will.
Yeah.
They will come.
No doubt.
They will come, and there's more of those, and there are the great things,
Yeah.
and it's how you handle that. Do you cave and it destroys you and you stop?
That wasn't an option.
See?
At least not when you're young. Nobody told you could quit.
No, and
Nobody
that could
gave
be
you that option.
the magic of having a challenge in your life, right?
Yeah.
Because you build up this resource within yourself that you don't give up.
Yeah.
You built that up all through your life.
Mhm.
You-
And it's
Yeah.
fun to look back through life. And this is we're at least old enough, we hope we have a lot more forward to look at.
Yes.
But if you wanna look back, you can start to see if you just trust the plan. Trust that everybody has a purpose and has a destiny, trust the plan. Like, for instance, you could see a desire you had that you wouldn't have even been in the right spot to be working on Barney.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what was
So
that?
I was my husband and I had 2 children and wanted a third And we decided to adopt because of physical reasons. We decided to adopt. And so I went back to work to raise money for the adoption. And so it was during that period of time, that little window of time, that this seed of Barney began.
Wow.
And so it was, you're just, are you in the right place at the right time? Are
Right.
you noticing what's in front of you and
Yeah.
the choice that you make
Yeah.
and what you want to work on?
Yes.
And so anyway, it began with that
Yeah.
because I was at home at the time, just thoroughly being loving being an at-home mom with my boys, just
Yeah.
loving that. And but then this came around
It
and
was a perfect.
wow,
Yeah.
wow,
Thank goodness.
yes, yes. So and unexpected, I was just thinking I'll just go back to get the money for the adoption, and then I'll be at
Bye-bye. I'm
home.
gonna go have
Go back home, because I loved it. And then this came, and I'm like, I'm meant to be doing something else.
Yes.
I really am meant to be working
Yeah.
on this
Yeah.
and pulling the team. Because as you look at it, there's no other person that had the history that I had.
Like having
To
worked
the
in every
business.
department.
No.
Right.
The
You
connection
needed that
of all the
to
people.
get Barney produced.
Right. And knowing all the people in all the companies
Yes.
and what our capabilities are. And there was no other person that knew that.
Yeah. And I just
Yeah.
wish everybody out there realized there's a divine plan in your life like that. Like for me, it was I came home from school, I lost my weight, I helped teach classes, I was passionate about it, I love this. All the food noise is gone. And then I'm like, oh, what I was talking about the different seasons. Now it's time to have children. The last baby, oh, that was so cool. I'm gonna go back and be a labor and delivery nurse. I go be a labor and delivery nurse, and then it gets so busy at the hospital, like you should only labor 2 women at a time. And it's so busy, it's like I'm needing 3, and I'm like going, "This is not cool.
Wow.
I'm gonna go back to school, be a nurse practitioner because I'm gonna get out of this environment." As soon as I leave, I think that the heat gets turned up when life's saying, "Go this way." I leave. They build this beautiful new state-of-the-art labor and delivery unit. I go back to visit them. They're all just sitting there looking at their monitor. Everybody only has 1 patient, and I'm like, "Wow."
Wow.
The heat got turned up, so I become a nurse practitioner because then when I built the business on metabolic syndrome and how we took pre and post lab work and how we got people healthier, you really needed a nurse practitioner degree to do that versus just being an RN. And I'm like, but I can't see that until later. So
Right.
life, if people just kind of gel and give it all over and say, I know that the best is happening. We're two really good examples of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, on that note, oh, I want to tell one more thing.
Yeah.
So, and I think you did this too. When I wanted for me, so Barney, I think grew so fast for you, it just did it. For me, though, I started out with this manual that my mom used to teach. No clients, no nothing, just me and a book.
Wow.
And I'm in Dallas, and she's built the business in Louisiana. She's traveling with Daddy. She's not running classes anymore. And I had to make an affirmation book. And I made a book, and I just wrote, Naturally Slim will be a very good success. Naturally Slim will help millions of people. I will make people healthier. Anything that rang true to me, or I read the Bible verse, I can do all things. And I'm come that they might have life. I just wrote, and every day I'd read it. And then I'd see it in my mind. If I can't even see myself standing up, teaching classes to multitudes of people or a business, then I'm not going to do it. And so that's part of the technique, since we're talking about find your purpose, find your destiny. I know you like to, every year it seems like you start with vision and a vision board.
Yes.
And get clear for the year what you want.
Of all the things I love to do.
Yeah. Like go to Africa.
Yes. Yes.
Safari.
All the things. Yes. And then, you're responsible for your life. No one else is responsible for your life. You're responsible for the things that happen to yourself.
Yes.
So I'm not waiting for anybody else to
Exactly.
live my life. I live my life, right? So that took a while to even get that because for me, coming from a big family, then going into the business, I was just team and going with the flow of the greater good. It was very hard. So it wasn't until I'm much older that I figured out, wait a minute, I really have to lead myself in what I want to do now.
See, and we haven't even ever talked about this. I had this same belief system of that twin brother. He got into drugs when we were like 15. And so my parents put every one of us into therapy. And I don't even remember if we had much family therapy, but everybody had their own therapist. And I learned right then and there, I am responsible for my life. Nobody else is responsible. I'm not a victim. Nobody can control my life. I'm not giving my power over to anybody. And like you said, if I want to get something done, I'm going to do it. My grandmother would say, kind of like you just said, nobody's going to take care of you but you. If you're waiting, when you grow up, honey, if you're waiting for a husband to take care of you or whatever, you make sure you're taken care of. So we owned our power from the very beginning. And I didn't know that was common about us. You've got to say, we're in control of our own destiny. I'm not going to let Susie Q or Billy Bob make me have a bad day. I can choose to have a bad day. Yes. But they're not giving me a bad day.
Right.
It's my choice.
Right.
We have found our purpose and we control our destiny.
Yes, which is huge.
Yes.
Which is huge. And are you going to be the conqueror and the leader in your life, or are you going to be the follower and the victim of your life?
Yeah.
I mean, you could choose.
You choose. It's your choice.
What you'd like to do.
I'm not going to be a victim to anybody. I'm in control.
Exactly.
Yeah. We may be working 12-hour days because we decided to be in control, but that's okay. So let's each think about if we had a piece of advice to give our audience out there, what to a young Diane today or whatever, what advice would you like to give people?
Oh, wow. Big question. But a really great question is to understand who you are. Understand the gifts you were given.
Yes.
We're all given, gifts in our life. Our dyslexia. We were given gifts in our lives, What were you given? And then if you understand yourself and what brings you joy, what absolutely brings you joy, that you are happy, that you're totally happy. And I would say, too, the other thing is, especially with social media, you choose for yourself and rely on your own inner dialogue and thoughts, because social media can lead you down to everybody doing the same thing, and you lose your self-image or your self-identity dream. Yes, dream. So anyway, that would just really honoring what God gave you in your spirit and in your soul.
Well, I want to say that one, but you just said it. So
oh, shoot.
But you tipped me off. You tipped me off onto another one. I put sticky notes all over my little area where I get ready in the morning, and one of them is dream it. Just dream it. I would say, what is it you want to do in life? What is your passion? What gives you joy?
Yes.
Just dream it, because you can do it. You can do it.
Yes.
And there's nothing like following your dream, following your passion, letting life deliver it to you, because it will.
It will.
And we're going to continue to have fun stories like yours. I mean, look at what got delivered through yours.
Exactly.
And Purple Dinosaur who could bless the world.
And how we got to know each other, and how we're living a beautiful life right now. We're living our dream. We're living what we're intended to be living. Anyway, it is so good. I love your advice.
And if we can do it, They can do it. Because I'm telling you, back when we were in first and second grade, you didn't look out on the playground and go, that kid's going to be something. You just kind of went, oh, bless their heart.
Right. Exactly.
So if we can do it, you can do it.
Absolutely.
Find your dream, find your purpose, find your destiny, and come right back here to Insights with Marcia to hear from more people that have done the same thing and learn how they did it. And just have a good day hearing great stories.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being here.
Oh my gosh.
Will you come back again?
Oh, anytime.
Awesome.
Anytime, Marcia.
We'll have a
I
great
love
time.
your podcast. I love how you inspire people. And I'm just so very proud of you and what you're doing.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you. So all of y'all come back next week for more Insights with Marcia.